the Miami Heat, and of course they're already in their offseason right now, so they're going through the process. And what do you expect out of this squad here as we go through the coming months?
Well, the Miami Heat have a lot of decisions that they need to make because they are in a desperate cap position hole right now. I mean, with the Hassan Whiteside contract, who knows what's going to happen with Dwyane Wade. They gave out ridiculous money to Kelly Olynyk. They have a lot of work to do in terms of their overall cap space this offseason. And I mentioned what they're going to do with Dwyane Wade, and we'll get to this later. Dwyane Wade has long expected that the Heat are going to, quote-unquote, take care of him because there are a lot of years in there where he took less money to help out the roster. Dwyane Wade is expecting full payment from the Heat this offseason. I don't know if it's going to be a max contract, but we'll see what ends up happening with Dwyane Wade.
All right, let's get to these Miami Heat rumors now. Chris Bosh getting sued. Harris,
yes.
What's the deal?
Not only is he getting sued, he's getting sued by his mother.
Ooh.
Can you imagine getting sued by my mom? My mom is watching the show from Portugal. Please don't sue me. Please never sue me.
Mother's Day just happened.
Yeah, please don't sue me. Apparently, she filed the paperwork on Mother's Day. So apparently this has been just a wild scenario. So Bosh is getting sued by his mom because she claims he misrepresented documents to trick her into selling her house that he bought her. So I'm a little confused as to what she's suing him about. He's now taking the house away from her to try to sell it and to move it as well. Chris Bosh has had just a rough couple of years now between the blood clots, having to retire from the NBA despite only being 33, 34 years old. It'll be interesting to see what Chris Bosh's career looks like and just his life in general. But getting sued by your mom, it's just upsetting.
Let's get to rumor number 2 here about the Miami Heat. Udonis Haslem getting a front office job, Harris. What do you think about this rumor? We're thinking firmly in the rumor category.
Yeah, we're going to give this one 2 heads, and this is coming from the fact that we don't really know if Haslem's going to come back next year. He's been the team captain for the Heat for almost the entire time that he's actually been in the NBA. He's been with the team for such a long time, but he doesn't want to get into coaching. Now, if you look at the Miami Heat and kind of what they do with former players, they have 4 former players currently in their front office, including now team Hall of Famer and retired number owner Alonzo Mourning. I think Udonis Haslem will end up getting his number retired just because he's been such an incredible player for that organization, not necessarily on the court, but from a leadership standpoint and a community standpoint. He has been sensational. He's definitely going to stay with the team, but he just doesn't want to coach. So front office it is for him.
All right, so 2 crying Jordans there, folks. And as a reminder, the more Jordan heads, the more faithful we are in the rumor and the accuracy of the report. Let's get to number 3 here. Jordan Mickey heading out of town. Harris, 4 heads here.
Yep, he is gone. Is a report that once the new league starts, the Heat are going to decline his team option. Very similar to what the 76ers did with TJ McConnell. He is set to make about $1.6 million next season. They signed him to a 2-year deal last offseason, but he's gone. Again, they have to get rid of as much money as they possibly can with all the contracts they have coming up. They got to figure out what they want to do with Justice Winslow. They gave all that money to Dwyane Wade as well. They're in a pretty bad cap spot right now. So $1.6 million, if you can get rid of it, you got to do it.
All right, let's get to rumor number 4 here in regards to the Miami Heat. Melo to Miami.
Hey, look, it all comes back to the super friends. Dwyane Wade, it's D. Wade, Chris Paul, Melo, and LeBron, also known as the Banana Boat crew. But we're only going to give this one head simply because I just don't know how Melo is going to get to Miami. Like, I know that he would probably start with the Heat, which we know that he wants.
By plane, of course, Harris.
So obviously Wade and Melo are good friends, but does Eric Spoelstra actually want Melo on this team? They have so many young players that they're trying to grow. I think he would hurt Bam Adebayo's progression. He would want so much money. He's not going to take the veteran discount to come to Miami. 1 head.
All right, let's go to number 5, Hassan Whiteside, perhaps getting dealt.
I roll. And you know what? I think it's time. Look, Hassan Whiteside came into the NBA 20 years too late. He never was able to fix his game once it went so far away from your typical big man and into someone who can have an outside jump shot. I mean, you can kind of point fingers and say, what about the Pistons with Andre Drummond? Have you seen that guy dribble? That dude's incredible. I've never seen a center dribble like that. That's why he's allowed to stay alive in the modern-day NBA. But Hassan Whiteside, he can't handle the ball. He can't shoot. He's a good shot blocker, but overall his defense in the post leaves a lot to be desired. He has 2 years and $52 million left on his contract. And with how many issues the Heat have with their cap, I think Hassan Whiteside is gone. I mean, he's had so many public disagreements, in the playoffs with how they're using him and the minutes he's getting. It is time for this marriage to end. I think he's going to get traded.
All right, and then finally here, D. Wade returning in 2018. Harris firmly in the rumor category. 2 crying Jordan heads right now.
Yeah, we still have no idea what Dwyane Wade is going to do. Now, I think he's going to come back for one more year to get like maybe a 1-year max contract to get the amount of money that he says that the Heat owes him. They constantly ask him, Dwyane Wade, what's going to happen with your money? He's like, I'm going to get my money. They're going to pay me. So he is under the impression that the Heat are going to give him what he's due. But he's 36 years old, and they don't have a lot of cap space. So I don't know what they're going to do with Dwyane Wade, but he still doesn't know if he's going to come back next season. Just has a lot to do with the fact of the grind that it takes, not just getting in the season, but preparing for the season. That's what you hear about a lot of these veteran players, that it just takes so much out of you prepping for the NBA season.